Zinedine Zidane is one of the greatest footballers of all time. The silky midfielder had an understated class about him. He didn't need to pull out rainbow flicks or any other such complex moves to beat his opponent, though he did have a soft spot for a very sexy turn to glide past defenders. The Frenchman was a player for big occasions, whether that be the '98 World Cup final or the 2002 Champions League final. He was basically unplayable most of the time. Although he only managed to win one Ballon d'Or, he was named as Europe's best footballer of the last 50 years in 2004, ahead of the likes of Franz Beckenbauer and Johan Cruyff. Zidane began his career at Cannes before heading to Bordeaux, then Juventus and finally Real Madrid. And it's from those four clubs, as well as his 12 years with the French national team, that we're going to put together the best 11 to play with Zinedine Zidane. Iker Casillas. Zidane missed out on playing with Gigi Buffon at Juventus, with the Italian arriving in Turin at the same time that Zizou departed for the Bernabeu. So that leaves it a toss-up between Casillas, Edwin van der Sar, and if we're feeling really generous, Fabian Barthez. Ultimately, Casillas is the worthy winner of that battle, and he was one of the greatest goalkeepers during the 5 times the two players spent together with Los Blancos. Lilian Thuram. Gianluca Zambrotta was an excellent candidate at right back, but Thuram is one of the greatest fullbacks who have ever played the game. The most capped Frenchman ever, Thuram won 142 caps for Le Bleu, but missed out on playing together at Juventus, with Thuram arriving in 2001. However, Zidane and Thuram both won the World Cup and European Championships together, and reached another final back in 2006. Marcel Desailly. Zidane's second French teammate in this 11. Desailly's international career spanned very similar dates to Zidane's. Desailly won 116 caps at Le Bleu, playing for Nantes, Marseille, AC Milan and Chelsea at club level. A dominant central defender, also capable of playing in defensive midfield, Desailly was nicknamed The Rock for obvious reasons. Fernando Hierro. The two centre-backs in this 11 are both really capable of playing in defensive midfield, with Hierro having more attacking tendencies than most. In fact, the Spaniard scored 134 goals in 716 games during his career, a tally which even some forwards would be envious of. Hierro spent 14 years at Los Blancos, winning 5 La Liga titles and 3 Champions Leagues, as well as racking up 89 caps for Spain. Roberto Carlos. A fullback better known for his attacking play and his furious left foot than his defensive play, Carlos spent more than a decade at the Bernabeu. And when Zidane got sick of taking 3 kicks, Robbie C was there to smash them in from afar. Edgar Davids. Okay, it's time for you to argue it out in the comment section, but we're going to go for Davids over the likes of Patrick Vieira, Emmanuel Petit and Claude Makelele. For us, Davids was the most complete of those 4 players and was an incredible engine, as well as being a midfield destructor. He could carry the ball forward and pass it with purpose and drive. He was tenacious and even had an eye for a goal as well. Luis Figo. Sorry David Beckham, but there can only be one man on the right in this 11, and that has got to be this Portuguese winger. Probably the best player in the world when he made his hugely controversial move from Barcelona to Real Madrid. Figo went on to enjoy much success at the Bernabeu, and won the Ballon d'Or in 2000 and was named FIFA's Player of the Year in 2001. Thierry Henry. You could argue that Henry ought to be up front in this team, but the Frenchman loved to venture out onto the left wing, and played alongside Zidane in that role at Juventus. The talisman of Arsenal's invincibles, Henry was quick, clever, technically gifted and ruthless in front of goal. While they only spent 2 seasons together at Juve, they spent much of their playing careers in the international team together. Alessandro Del Piero. You could make a case for Eric Cantona, but come on, Del Piero was a true legend. He spent almost 2 decades at Juventus and was even hailed as a god there, having won 6 Serie A titles, although 2 were later revoked, and 1 Champions League. An intelligent and really creative player, Del Piero is at his best playing in just behind the forwards. Raul. Playing in front of Del Piero but off our main striker is this Real Madrid legend. In fact, Raul and Del Piero had quite similar careers. Raul is easily considered as a Spain and Real Madrid great, having scored 323 goals in 741 games for Los Blancos. Ronaldo. Zidane played alongside some great out-and-out centre-forwards in his time, from Christian Vieri to Michael Owen. Yeah, we're serious about that one. But Ronaldo is undoubtedly the pick of the bunch. Sure, injuries prevented him from being considered on the same level as Pele or Maradona, but in terms of ability, he was almost without peer. Dazzling on the ball and devastating in front of goal, Ronaldo was frighteningly good at his best and spent 4 years alongside Zizou in Madrid. And that's it for our team. Who did we miss out? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this video. And be sure to subscribe to our new channel, Footy Feed, where we'll be covering all the latest transfer news and discussion.